Hello friends, welcome back to my lecture on second part of Python fundamentals. In my last lecture, I have mentioned in detail about three types of tokens: identifiers, keywords, punctuators. In this lecture, I will explain about other two types of tokens, that is literals and operators. What are literals? Literals are tokens that are often referred to as constants. These are the data items that have a fixed value. Python allows several kinds of literals. Those are Boolean literals, numeric literals, string literals, special type of literal none, and collection literals. In this video, we will learn in detail about the Boolean, numeric, string and special type of literals. I will explain collection type of literals in other videos as an altogether separate topic. Now, what are Boolean literals? Boolean literals have only two values in Python. These are true and false. True means 1 and false means 0. In other words, any non-zero value is true and the value 0 is false. For example, as we can see here that 8 greater than 12 is assigned to a variable, and when we print the value of that variable, it gives you false because here 8 is not greater than 12. Now coming to numeric literals. In numeric literals we have mainly three types of numeric literals, that is int, float and complex numbers. Int is also known as integers, which are positive or negative whole numbers with no decimal point. Like the example here, it's given 4, -9 and so on. Int can be represented in 4 ways and we'll be discussing next. Now float. Floating point numbers, also known as real numbers, and it represents the numbers with a decimal point. Like here the example given 23.5 minus 14.0. Next is a complex number, which are in the form of a plus bj, where a and b are floats and the value of j is root over -1. The example here it's given x equals 6 plus 8j. 6 and 8 are floats and j is having value root over -1. Int value further can be represented in 4 ways: decimal values, binary values, octal values and hexadecimal values. Decimal values has sequence of digits 0 to 9 unless starts with 0. Example 24 minus 11. Binary values having sequence of only 1 and 0 starts with 0 capital B or 0 small b. Like example 0b 1011. Octal values having sequence of digits 0 to 7 starts with 0 capital O or 0 small letter o. Example here it's given 0 small letter o and then 351. Then next we have hexadecimal values. It's having 16 digits. The sequence of digits are 0 to 9, small a to f or capital A to f, and it starts with 0 small x or 0 capital X. Like example here 0x3ae. Next in Python we have floating point literals. Floating point literal, a number with a fractional part or decimal point consists of signed or unsigned digits, that is positive and negative sequence of decimal digits with a dot. A real constant in fractional form must have at least one digit with the decimal point either before or after. A real constant with no sign will be considered as positive. Here we can see the example 4.0, 17.5, minus 11.0 and so on. Next we have in floating point the exponent form. A real literal in exponent form consists of two parts, a mantissa and an exponent. The mantissa must be either an integer or a proper real constant. It is followed by a letter capital E or small e and the exponent. The exponent must be an integer. As an example, we can see here 8.07 E0 minus 2 is the exponent form of 0.0807. Next we have string literal. A string literal is a sequence of characters enclosed by single or double quotes. As an example, we can see here some of the valid string literals: X, John, 56004R. Even if the numbers are enclosed in single quotes or double quotes, will be treated as string. In string we have two types of strings, single line and multi-line. String created by enclosing text in single quotes or double quotes are normally single line string. That is, they must be terminated in one line. Like for an example, we can see here text equal India in single quotes, text equal world in double quotes. If we try to include that string in multi-lines, then Python will show an error. Like your example, we can see hello is written on the first line and world is written on the second line, but Python will generate an error. For this solution, Python provides multi-line strings. In multi-line string, text is spread across multiple lines as one single string. It can be created in two ways: triple quotation marks and by backslash. As an example, we can see here text equal, this is a multi-line string enclosed in triple quotes which will be allowed, and also text equal hello then backslash, and the world is written on the next line, that will also be allowed. In string literals, we need to have the concept of escape sequence characters. Python allows to have certain non-graphic characters in string values. Such characters cannot be typed directly from keyboard. Like your examples, tabs, backspace, carriage return and so on. These can be represented by escape sequence. An escape sequence is represented by backslash followed by one or more characters. These are some of the list of escape sequence characters we have in Python. And also we can see the result, which are nothing but non-printing characters. Like first, it's given backslash single quote, it will display single quote, backslash double quote will display double quotes, then double backslash is given to print the backslash, then you can hear audible bell by using backslash A. Similarly, we can generate the action of backspace by giving backslash B. Then for new line characters we have backslash N. For horizontal tab and vertical tab we have backslash T, backslash V and so on. Size of string in Python. Python determines the size of a string as the count of characters in the string. Like example, Size of the string word is 5. If a string literal has an escape sequence character in it, then you need to count the escape sequence as one character. Like here we can see example, double backslash is used but the size is 1. Rina's kitchen, total number of characters 15 but the size is 14 because of that backslash. That escape sequence character is used here. In case of multi-line string with triple quotes, the size is calculated including the end of line character, that is EOL character at the end. Like example, str equal by, it's included in triple quotes, the size of the characters are 5. In case of multi-line string with single quote and backslash character at the end of line, the size is calculated without counting the backslash. Like here the same example is given, like str equal by, but backslash is used at the end. In this case the size of the string will be 3, not 5. Now we have special type of literal, none in Python. It is used to indicate the absence of value. It is also used to indicate the end of list. As an example we can see here, var1 equal 15, var2 equal none. If you print var1 it will print 15, but if you print var2 it will print none, that is no value. Now we have the types of tokens, that is operators. Operators are tokens that trigger some computation or action when applied to variables and other objects in an expression. In this respect, we need to know what are operands. Operands are variables and objects to which the computation is applied. Those are called operands. An operator requires some operands to work upon. In Python, operators are broadly categorized into two: unary operators and binary operators. Unary operators are those operators that require one operand to operate upon. Binary operators are those operators that require two operands to operate upon. So all unary and binary operators belong to these 7 types of operators, that is arithmetic operators, logical operators, assignment operators, membership operators, identity operators, bitwise operators and relational operators. At first we will discuss about the unary operators. Unary arithmetic operators, that is unary plus, which is represented by the plus symbol, example +8, +5.4. We have unary minus, like -8, -5.4. You also have bitwise complement operator and bitwise logical negation, that is not operator. We will be discussing in detail about bitwise complement and logical negation not later on. Rest all the other operators are binary operators. First we will discuss about arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operations like addition, multiplication, division, subtraction and so on. First we have addition of two numbers like 5 plus 2 resulting into 7. Subtraction of two numbers 5 minus 2 resulting into 3. Multiplication of two numbers 5 into 2 resulting into 10. Division of two numbers, that is 5 divided by 2 is resulting into 2.5. It is resulting into floating point values. Then we have modulus, which returns remainder when one integer is divided by another integer. Here we can see the example, 5 modulo 2 is resulting into 1, but 5 modulo 2.0 is resulting into 1.0. That means if either of the numerator or denominator is in floating point, the result will be also be displayed in floating point. Operator, it is represented by 2/. Floor division operator, it removes digits after the decimal point. Like we have 5 floor division operator 2 resulting into 2, but 5.0 floor division operator 2, it will result into 2.0. That means though it is removing the decimal point, but if the numerator and denominator having 0.0 at the decimal places, then it will result into floating point values. Then we have exponent, which perform raised to the power operation. Then it is represented by 2 asterisk symbol. Like 5 raised to the power 2 will result into 25. Next we have relational operators. Relational operators are used to compare the values. It always returns either true or false. In Python we have 6 relational operators. First of all, we have greater than symbol. It returns true if A is greater than B. The example is given here. 7 is greater than 5 will result into true. We have less than symbol, which will return true if A is less than B. Here we have the example. 10 less than 6 will result into false because 10 is not less than 6. Then we have equal to symbol. Return true if A equals to B, but here two equal symbols are used to distinguish between the equal symbol assignment operator and the relational operator. Here we can see the example. 5 equal 5 will result into true. Then not equal returns true if A is not equals to B. 5 not equals to 5 is false, so it is resulting into false. Then we have greater than equal. Greater than or equal to return true if A is greater than B or A is equal to B. Like 8 greater than equal 8 will result into true because 8 is also equals to 8. Then we have less than equal. Less than or equal to return true if A is less than B or A is equals to B. Like 9 less than 7, it's not true, it's false, so resulting into false. Next we are going to discuss about assignment and augmented assignment operators. It assigns values. First we have assignment operator, that is one equal symbol. Assign values from right side operands to left side operand. Like here the example is given, A equal B. The value of B will be assigned to A. Next we have plus equal. It adds two numbers and assigns the result to left operand, like A plus equal B, which is actually doing the action of A equal A plus B. Division equal divides two numbers and assigns the result to left operand. A division equal B, which is actually A equal A division B. Then multiplication equal, it multiplies two numbers and assigns the result to left operand. A multiplication equal B, that means it is doing the action of A equal A into B. Then we have minus equal, it subtracts two numbers and assigns the result to left operand. A minus equal B will do the action of A equal A minus B. Then we have modulus equal, that is modulus, that means it finds out the remainders and assigns the result to left operand. A modulo equal B is actually doing the action of A equal A modulo B. Then we have floor division equal symbol, which performs floor division on two numbers and assigns the result to left operand. A floor division equal B will result into A equal A floor division B. Then we have exponent equal, calculates the power on operators and assign the result to left operand. A exponent equal B is doing the action of A equal A exponent. Logical operators are used to perform logical operations on the given two variables or values. It always returns either true or false. In Python we have three types of logical operators. We have AND, OR and NOT. First of all, we will discuss about AND. It returns true if both the conditions are true. Like here we can see the example. A equal 30, B equal 20. Now if the conditions are true, a equal 30 and b equal 20, it will print hello. Here in this case both a and b, the values are matching. A is 30, b is also 30. Since both the conditions are true, it will give the output as hello. In case of AND, if any one of the condition is false or both the conditions are false, the conditions will not be true. It will be false. Next we have OR operator. It returns true if either or both the conditions are true. Like here we can see the similar example. If not A not equal 30 or B equal 20, we say print hello. So here the first condition is false. A not equal 30 is false, whereas B equal 20 is true. So here the output will be printed because the second condition is true. Next we have NOT operator. It reverses the condition. A equal 30, B equal 20. If not A greater than B, then it should print hello. Now in this case, A greater than B is true, but not A greater than B, it's becoming false. So that's why it will not print any output. No output will be generated. Hope the idea of logical operators are clear to you. I'll be showing these operators with different examples using Python ideally in my next videos. Membership operators. We have in and not in. There are two membership operators. The membership operators in Python are used to validate whether a value is found within a sequence such as strings, list or tuples. It returns either true or false. Like here we can see in returns true if value exists in the sequence, else false. Not in returns true if value does not exist in the sequence, else it will return false. As an example we can see A equal 40 and we have a list of 4 elements 12, 45, 55 and 67. Now we are assigning x equal A in list. So the value 45 is present in the list. So it will print the value of x is true, and whereas A not in list, but here since A is in the list, so the value of y will be false. So we will get the output for x and y true and then false. Unlike other programming languages, in Python, if the values of multiple variables are same, like here A and B having same values 15, so both the variables will point to the same memory locations. In this video we have covered main 6 types of operators out of 7 types. In my next video we will learn bitwise operators and we will cover next part of Python fundamentals. Okay friends, bye till then. Thank you so much for watching the videos in my channel Amrita's World. Do subscribe my channel, turn on the bell icon to make yourself updated with Python programming, and please do like my channel. Thank you.